recording. All right, welcome. This is office hours for January 18th, 2024. And I'm Rachel, for those of you who I haven't met. How is everybody doing? Let me see who's here. We've got Lucia, Flan, Hannah. Hello, hello. How are you? What's happening? Robert's here. Who's got questions, stuff you want to chat about today? What's going on? All right, Hannah's got a question. Robert, great. Go ahead and let's go ahead and dive right in. I'll go ahead and start with Hannah and then Robert. And then if you can pop up a virtual hand if you have questions otherwise, and we'll just go through and get to everything. Susan's here. Hello. All right, Hannah, why don't you kick us off? How's it going?
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm sitting here at home in Bellingham, Washington, and we have 8 inches of snow, which is very unusual for here.
Did you lose power? A lot of people are losing power out there.
It flickered a little bit, but we didn't lose it. I know my family in Portland, they lost power significantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, a friend of mine who is in an Alzheimer's facility, they lost power there for
Oh,
36
goodness.
hours. It was terrible. So worrisome. So
Be
my
safe.
question is,
Yeah.
let me see how I can explain that. So we have an intro video before we go actually into the course, into all of the trainings. And I wanted to attach a resource there, a PDF version of all of the slides that we use throughout the whole course. And I can't figure out how to attach a resource. Is that possible, or is there a better way for me to do that?
You know, there's a funny little hack in the pre-actions or like the standalone actions. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
No, did you say nope? Okay, let me show you.
I said nope.
Okay, perfect. Let me show you. Yeah, there's a funny little hack for this. Give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and pull that up. Okay, so I'm just inside, I'm on the home page of a test course here, and it's going to look all messy because it's got all kinds of random code things being tested. But here is the interesting thing that you can do in these action blocks. And by the way, you'll see by default on your home page, when you start a brand new course, by default, you'll see what we used to call pre-actions, and now we call just standalone actions. And it's basically just some actions for students to check off right away. It'll look something like this, but there will be several. By default, there will be a few actions in place. So these are what we suggest having on the home page. So as soon as they log in, they watch the welcome video, they get excited, and you give them the couple quick, easy action steps to get going, right? For those of you in EPM, you'll be familiar with this idea. So here's the thing to know. In this action block, when you edit it, and I did that by clicking Edit Content, and I'm going to go into the data menu here, and I'm going to open up the specific action. And in the action description, I'm going to hit the / key and pull up a menu here of lots of things I could add, right? Now you'll notice that there's not a specific option, at least as of now, for a PDF file. But if you hit image and just select image, you can actually upload a PDF to that.
Okay.
Can you see where I'm doing that?
Okay. Yes, I do. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
You would edit, open data menu. go to the specific action, and of course this would have an action title. Open that up. And then in the action description, just hit the / key, pull up the menu, scroll down to image, and then just use that to add your PDF. And then it's going to show up and allow the student to download it.
Okay,
Does that
cool.
help?
Yes, very much so. This is awesome. Thank you.
Cool.
Can I interject with a question, please?
Yes. Who's talking? Hey, Sharon.
It's Sharon. I think I'm on video. Sorry, I had a hard time getting on.
Yeah, I can see you now. The sound is a little fuzzy for me, but go ahead.
I'll see if I can work with that.
It's okay.
Why would someone want the PDF for that? This is an action block. I missed the beginning part of this call, and I'm struggling with, I'm in Momentum, and I've bought Unlimited XP, and I've also bought the EMC. So I've got tons of things I'm trying to sort through. Why would someone put a PDF there?
Maybe it's like a form you want them to fill out. These are meant to be very quick action steps, but maybe it's, you know, a survey, a form, something they need to fill out before they get started. That would be off the top of my head. But you can use it whatever you want to use it for. The purpose of these, though, are just very quick actions for the students to do as soon as they purchase the course, watch the welcome video, log in.
Okay.
Awesome. Hannah, was that your only question or anything?
Yeah, that was my only question, and I can also add to I'm sorry I didn't catch the lady's name who asked the last question.
Yeah.
The instructor Andrew, who's doing this course, my partner, we just wanted people, that's his teaching style. He'd like people to have the slide from the presentation so they can make notes. He's very big on note taking. So that's just his teaching style. That's how he wants to do it. So
cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Hannah. All right, cool. Let's hop over to, let's see, I actually mentioned I was going to hop to Robert's question next, and then we're going to go to hands that are up, and I see a bunch more people have hopped on. Hey, Kavita, Nathan, Jennifer, good to see you all. So if you have questions, would you pop up a virtual hand so I can keep a sense of how many questions we want to get to, and we will go through as much as possible. Robert.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How you doing?
Good, thank you.
Good.
So I'm still in the proof of concept to see if Xperiencify is the right platform for me. I have a Google sheet with my list of what I want to sell. Is it okay if I share my screen?
Sure.
Okay, cool. I can't actually. I don't know if you need to let me do that.
Okay, go ahead and try now.
Thank you. So I'm basically building a program that has 3 levels of interaction.
Okay.
The first is basically they just buy a Google spreadsheet. It's a forecast for businesses, basically to build income and expense and cash flow forecast. So they just pay $97. They get access to a Google sheet, and then I'm going to build a 6 or 7 module course that they can watch to help them build a spreadsheet. The second option is a kind of a membership, and the membership would be something like pay $297, get access to the same Google sheet, get access to the course, get access to the forum, and I'm going to build reoccurring resources in there as well, video chats and just different things to make that membership beneficial. So this is the big question: is, is there a possibility of paying $297 to get initial access and then have a reoccurring charge of $97 in next month or in 2 months or of that piece?
You would need to set this up as different options for them to purchase. It can be on the same order form, but different options. And then what you would do is tag them according to which option they purchase. And
Okay.
basically, if they've paid one price, they've got a certain tag, and based on that tag, they've got access to certain content and access to the forum or not. And
Okay.
based on another tag, they have a whole different set of content
Yep.
options forum available to them.
Okay, great. Wonderful. So it would be basically like level 1, buy $97, level 2, membership, and then it would charge basically what they choose from the order form.
Yeah, yep.
Okay. And then does this, just let me know if I'm going over my time, please. I don't want to take too much
Oh,
of
I
the resource.
appreciate it. Yeah, it looks like we've got a
Yeah.
bunch of hands up, but go ahead. Let's
Okay,
hear
one
what's
more-
up and go
One more
through
quick
the
question, and then I'll pass
Yeah.
it. And so if they stop paying the membership, do they lose access to the forum and the other set of resources?
You can set it up so that if they would cancel it themselves. They'll
Okay.
have the option to cancel their subscription. And
Yes.
if they cancel, then they would be automatically removed. We would remove them from the course and cancel the subscription.
Great. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I'll pass the mic.
Absolutely. And I saw you had a note about consulting to set this up, and just for everybody.
Yes.
who
Do you offer? Yeah. Do you offer?
yeah, we do offer Zoom coaching for the platform. If you want to reach out to Marina, I'm going to pop the email in the chat. It's done for you, D4U at Xperiencify.com. And Marina can talk to you about that and look at getting you set up if you want to do some private one-on-one time to go through everything.
That'd be great. Yeah. Thank you so
Cool.
much. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Thanks, Robert. Welcome. Lucia.
Warning you that my Zoom is garbage right now on this computer. I should have used a different device. So
Oh, I can see and hear you fine, so you're good. Yeah.
touch wood. I would like to know, full transparency, I bought the lifetime extravaganza membership with you
Cool.
and
Nice.
haven't logged in because I'm just on another project before I get to that. I'm just launching my company this year.
Congratulations. It's awesome.
Thank you very much. Super duper excited. But the most important portion of my business will be the community that I build. So my question for you is, given the fact that I have not even logged into my things, what are the top 3 tools, mechanisms in your software that will connect my members to each other? Can they talk to each other?
So let me pop in to the chat. I'm going to pop in a help doc that's going to go into depth about the forum, which is our community system. We have direct messaging is currently in development. I don't have a release date for this, but it's definitely in the works. But right now, basically, you've got a forum where your participants can post, can share, can interact, can chat. And I'm going to send an article through the chat right now that goes into depth about how it all works and how to use it.
Perfect.
You can basically set up spaces for whoever you want. It can be a space for everyone in a particular course, or just everyone who has a particular tag. So maybe they're coming from different courses, but they paid extra for a community. There's a lot of options.
My quick question, my second quick question is, oh shit, did I forget it? My second quick question is, about
Sorry, your sound is cutting out for me. Go ahead and just, yeah, try one more. There we go.
Okay, so can I live stream in Xperiencify Or do I use StreamYard or something?
Not at the moment, but that's on our roadmap. Don't have a date, but it's in the plans. But right now you can just use something else, like use what a lot of our coaches do is just record on Zoom and then pop up the MP4 recording into the course as soon as you're done. So for the student, it's very seamless. You can even put the Zoom link in the training. So they see a link to click, they go there, they see the record, the live. And then as soon as it's done, you upload. What?
Live.
Sorry, your sound is not
I'm
coming.
gonna type it. I'm gonna type it.
Okay, we do not have live streaming at the moment, no. Okay. All right. Cool. Anything else, Lucia, for the moment? You good? Okay. Thank you. Welcome. Let's hop over to Flan. And go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hi.
Hey.
I'm a very visual learner, object visual learner, and doing this IT stuff is difficult without even flowcharts or anything visual as to how things connect. So so how does it work? So for email, so I'm using Squarespace, it's my website. I'm having problems connecting directing GoDaddy to Squarespace. It's taking a week. And then my email, I guess, is in Outlook, or it can be. Right now I have one email address with my URL and Outlook. But how does it integrate with, like, I've got this mailing list. I don't know where to upload the mailing list. Do I upload it in my contacts in Outlook, or is there a place in XP where I upload my prospects, or do you only have your actual customers once they pay? Like, I don't understand
Great
the
question.
connections
Great
between
question.
email
Yeah.
and XP. I've also got MailChimp,
Yep.
and I'm going to use Zapier to connect everything, or my VA is going to do that because I'm lost. But
Yeah,
I need to know.
Great question. So XP is really set up to email your customers. You can send automated emails to your customers who are in a course with you. They've purchased a course or joined a free course. That's who XP is set up to email.
Okay, but where do I write the email? Where do I actually go to write the email? That's
You'll
what
do that. Yeah, you'll do that inside the platform.
Inside XP.
If you're talking about writing an email to all of the students in your course, you'll go into XP and you'll go into the course and you'll open up step 5, and I can pop a help
I know.
for that.
Secret sauce or something.
Exactly. And in there is where you'll write the email. And that can be set up to go out to your students. Let's say, for example, maybe when a specific training releases, you automatically want to email them. Maybe when they reach a certain number of points, maybe you want to automatically send them a surprise congratulation email. Maybe.
And when they're lost, like, I mean, when they've dropped off, you want to get them back. All that stuff that I get from having done EPM or whatever I did, whatever it's called. Yeah.
All of those kinds of things you can do inside the platform.
So if I'm writing,
it's not really set up to be like a CRM for your whole database, to manage prospects, to manage marketing campaigns. That's not really what it's designed to do. So I would recommend keeping MailChimp for that, and use MailChimp for sorting and organizing your contacts, doing marketing campaigns. When you want to send something to everybody in a course, whether it's based on a particular thing, like a release of a training or a surprise bonus that you're releasing, or like you mentioned, email them when they haven't logged in for a couple of weeks, or if you want to set up a certain email on Saturday and you want to email everybody on Saturday, but you don't want to have to email it at that time, set it up in advance and it'll email everybody in your course then. But it's designed to be course specific. So it's not created to house, organize, manage, track marketing campaigns and prospects. So
Okay.
for that.
Great. So I need a distinct email address for that particular purpose. Is that correct?
For the purpose of, can you?
Emailing students. That needs to have its
You don't need a
own.
distinct email. No, you can use whatever email you're already using. We will, I'm going to pop another doc. There's a couple pieces to set this up, but it's all super doable. And once you got it set up, you're good.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how everything communicates.
Yep,
So
I'm gonna tell you. So there's gonna be a doc I'm sending through right now, and it's gonna tell you how to set up permission for us to email us from XP as you. So in other words, you use your regular email. If you're using flanlippincott@flan.com, whatever it is, just set that up according to the directions in the doc I just sent through. So your VA can do that. Once that's connected, then you don't have to do anything. When you set up an email in your XP account, it will arrive in your student's inbox and say, this is from Flan@FlanLippincott or whatever your regular email is.
okay. So let's say that particular email is in Outlook. Is that where it's the place where I go? No, I don't, because I need to be also go someplace to email, say, vendors and you know, financial stuff and stuff that's not related to the students.
So that happens
themselves.
in your regular email. That doesn't have anything to do with your XP account. That happens wherever you normally email people from.
But that can have that can be the exact same email address as the one in XP.
If you want, that can be the email address we use to send emails to your students. So we're sending it, but we're sending it as you from whatever email address you choose.
Right. But I could have the same email address and use that to email other people, and it's not going to go through XP.
Correct.
So does XP kind of pull it, in a way, visually pull it from Outlook? Does it go like from Outlook, you know, whatever, to XP and then out to the students?
No, the opposite. It comes from XP. If you create an email in XP, it's sent by XP, but you've given us permission to send it as you. So even though it's sent from XP, it looks to your students like it's coming from Flan@FlanLippincott. If they reply, it will go to Flan@FlanLippincott.
But where does XP get it from?
Get what from?
Because there's the
I think
email
this might be getting a little beyond what makes
Okay,
sense
okay.
to delve into right
Okay.
here.
Okay, all right. I
Bottom
got
line is you can create the email in XP and we'll send it as coming from whatever email
it.
address.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Okay.
Okay, and then when I do my terms of service and privacy policies, I've read Xperiencify's, but there's no way, like there's no XP or Live Your Message or whatever isn't accessing anything related to my students. Is that correct? There are no cookies, no nothing. When they go through the XP platform, do I have to address cookies and privacy issues, you know, relating to XP being the host?
I'm not sure if I'm following this question, and this might be a more technical question for our team, because of course our platform has to access information about the students, like their email and being able to hold their information. So I'm not sure.
They keep cookies. Do the students have to, does XP require the students to manage their cookie settings?
No,
It doesn't.
no.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Thanks.
All right, you are welcome. All right, let's hop over to Susan.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Okay. I'm in Chicago where it's really cold.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
I signed up for the lifetime access and I'm eager to get
Yay.
started. I've been taking some of the courses that Murray and Marisa have been sending, you know, like the expiring mini courses, and really intrigued by that and learning a lot from it. I have a background in instructional design, so
Cool.
this all kind of dovetails with things that I know,
Mhm.
but where I'm getting stuck now that at the moment, I'm not in any of those courses, so I have time to really focus on starting to get mine set up.
Cool.
But I'm getting confused with where to find the training about that. When I go into the help,
Sorry,
all
the
I
training about what?
to get my account set up, when I go into the help for Xperiencify, all I'm seeing is a whole bunch of articles and nothing that's really kind of a guide for how to get started. And here's the order that you need to set things up. And
Yeah, let me show you exactly where to look. So let me just make sure I understand the question though. You're talking about like setting up your course from scratch. Like I'm getting started, I'm going to build a course.
yeah,
I'm overwhelmed with all these freaking options that XP
not
gives
just
me.
not
What do
just
I
the
do?
course, but you know, the school. I don't even know exactly what the school is yet, and how do I set up an affiliate program so other people can promote the course, and all of those things that have to get tied together.
Yeah. So first, let me just mention you can do a search in the Help Center for any specific topics. For example, how can I set up affiliates for my course? And you'll pull up a help doc. So just let me just pop that one in.
And I'm finding some of that, you know, just by scrolling around in there. But
Mhm.
like I said, it would be really nice to have a guide to, you know, like start
Getting
with
started.
this, do this, and then.
Yeah, so let me start you right here with our topics called Getting Started. But the place I really want to show you that is going to be helpful is your steps 1 through 6 in a course. Yeah, the how-to has it pretty step-by-step. There is a lot of pieces. There's a lot of features. We have way more features than pretty much any platform out there. So
Right. And
it
that's
can be
why I don't want to
overwhelming. I get it.
I don't want to just stumble around and be working on things that aren't necessary right now, you know. So
Exactly. So here is what you want to look at
okay.
to get
And-
yourself set up. Inside
and
your course,
yeah.
you're going to see steps 1 through 6.
Yeah, that's great. That's what I
You'll
need.
also find a help doc corresponding to each of these steps. So you could search in the Help Center. If you have any more questions on this, just search step 1, search step 2, and you'll get the step-by-steps. But if you click on each of these,
And I find this under courses.
exactly, you're going to
Okay.
open up a course, and you're going to see these steps right here.
Right.
And you're just going to go in order and set up each one. And you'll see some tutorials here if you want to check those. Or again, just search in the Help Center for step 1 if something's not making sense.
Okay.
And that'll walk you through.
Great.
But you're right, there's a ton of options. It's easy to get overwhelmed, and we totally recommend just keep it as simple as necessary to get the course up and get some students running through it and grow from there. So doing these 6 steps is what's going to take you through exactly what you need to get the course from in your head to.
Yeah, that looks
out.
like what I need. I never would have thought to look under courses instead of help. So I'm glad
Cool.
you showed me that. All right, thank you.
Awesome. You're welcome. All right, let me just come off my screen. And Nathan, how's it going? Good to see you. Go ahead and take yourself off mute, Nathan.
There we go.
Very
Success.
good.
I at one point I received an email that came out of XP where an image was a clickable link. I have no idea how to replicate that experience.
I don't believe we can do that in the platform at the moment. You probably got an email that was not sent through the platform.
Okay.
I know that's a feature request in the queue,
Okay.
but I'm about 95% sure it's not possible at the moment.
Okay. So Marissa's
I got it
using
on the
some
list.
third-party software to send
Yes.
those emails out. Okay. That's it.
Cool. Thanks. Yeah.
Yep.
We're doing our best with all the requests. Lots and lots of fun stuff to add.
Just trying to see how something was made that I saw working well, and now I know.
Totally. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, Nathan. Jennifer, how's it going?
Yeah, hi, good morning. I am learning so much from other people's questions, so I appreciate everybody
Yay.
else's questions.
Oh,
So
fantastic.
I have, I have a couple of questions. The first one is actually a question that somebody else just a moment ago, when they were asking about the emails and where to set them up, and you said step 5, and I'm like, oh yeah. And I just went to step 5 and I see the option to turn on emails, like when they start the course, these triggers, but I don't see where to write the emails. Where do you write those emails and edit them? Because it's not under step 5 so far as I can tell.
Let me show you real quick.
Thank you.
Yeah. So here is step 5. We'll open that up. And first thing you'll see in step 5 is celebrations. We're going to scroll down to Experience Engine. And let's go ahead and create a new experience. Click Create New. I'm going to click Create from Scratch. There's going to be some kind of a starting trigger. Let's say I just want to send them an email tomorrow. So I'm going to set the starting trigger as future date and time for tomorrow. I'm going to add that. Now I've added the trigger. So now I need to open up the experience here. The next question here, and by the way, this is a brand new feature that we just recently rolled out after a lot of requests, is that you can create different options for different groups of students. So in the past, you could only create an email for everybody, but now if maybe you have 2 different groups of students who should get different emails tomorrow at 9 a.m. So what you can do is right here, it's going to ask who should go down this path. The default is all students, but you could change that and say only students with a particular tag, and then set up an email just for those students. So that's just an FYI, but let's just go with the default for the moment. We've set up, the trigger is going to be tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. This is going to be for all students. And now we're going to open up this experience over here. And we're going to say what exactly is going to happen tomorrow at 9 a.m. And we're going to add an action. We want to send an email. Here's an important tip. Title this very, very clearly for yourself. So title this something that lets you know what the email is, even if it's just like the January 19th email. But that's going to be really helpful for you if you need to go back and say, hey, did a student get this email? You're going to want to have a clear title here. So title this for you. And then here's your email subject. And then right here is where you compose your email.
And
Add that, and then we're going to make sure to turn on the toggles. Once screen. Go ahead.
okay, and so and editing those preset triggers that the Xperiencify has already created, for example, the one right above, you know, if the user completes this course, how do we see what that email is and edit?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this isn't actually this isn't necessarily a preset. This is just something that I've already created. But regardless, the way to edit it would be to go over here and click to open up the experience. And here's the whole experience right here. We've got a little pop-up window where we could change the starting trigger. And then we've got the actual experience in here. So let's look at both of those pieces. If I wanted to change the starting trigger, I'd pop this up and I would change my starting trigger to whatever I wanted it to be. If I wanted to change what was happening, then I would open up this pathway of the experience. Because again, this is a specific pathway. It's for all students. I'm going to click to open that up. And this is for a certificate, so it's a little more complex than your typical experience. But if I wanted to change the parameters of my certificate, which you don't need to worry about unless you're doing that, this is where I would do that. Does that make sense?
Mostly, I'll go and play with it afterwards. Yeah, thank you. So you need
Yeah.
to click. I was clicking around and not finding how to open that where I could do the editing part, but I think I get you need to click on the pathway and the experience. So, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's
If I-
basically going to be click to open the whole experience and then click to open the individual pathway. And then inside the pathway, you'll see the action or actions. And for example, if you wanted to edit the email right here, you would just click on that and edit the email.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Make sense?
It does. That makes sense now. Thank you. If I may ask my original two questions.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, as folks are going through my course and have them answering questions, is there a place for students to go back and review the answers to their questions at the end of the course and see, oh yeah, I wrote this on the first module, I wrote this in the second one? How can they see what they wrote?
They're going to do that in their student profile. So when they are logged in as a student, up in the upper right-hand corner, they're going to see a little icon that by default would have like their initials.
Okay.
And underneath it will say things like notification, passwords, things like that. And they can click on their profile icon and see everything they've done, their points, what they've answered, what they've completed.
Gotcha. Okay. So under there, so if I go back after this right now and I have all my test, things, I've gone through my courses and put test answers in. When I go under those other students' profiles that I created, I would see not only the points accumulated, but the answers to this question and that question as a review, is what you're saying.
Yeah, you're talking about logging in as your student, right?
Correct.
Yeah, you'll look in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see a little profile icon with their initials. Click on that. And I believe it's called points. Look for points and just open that up.
Okay, beautiful. And the follow-up to that is, can course authors see what students have written or no?
The admin, like you as
Yes,
the
the
admin,
admin.
absolutely. Yeah, you'll see that in your students' activity log. And you'll just
Okay.
open up your student's profile. You'll go to the students section. and
Okay.
open up their profile.
Okay, great. Those are my questions for now. Thank you very much. That's very helpful.
Awesome. You're so welcome, Jennifer. Thanks. All right. Cool. Lots of questions. Sharon, what you got?
Hi, who am I speaking with?
Hey, it's Rachel.
Hi, Rachel. I have lots of questions, so tell me when to stop. What,
Why
so
don't you
I
go
have,
with like the top two first, and then
that's what
we'll
I'll do.
circle through.
I'm in Momentum, as I think I mentioned, and I bought Lifetime XP and Lifetime EMC. I built a web page, my landing page, through XP, but it says the SSL is not secure, not a secure page. So is that something I should just email support or?
Yeah.
Okay, because I want it to just be my domain, not Xperiencify.io and then my name. That, you know, if that's possible.
Yep.
It is. All right. So on my EMC, I'll just use that as an example because it's going to be kind of the same thing, right? All the courses. How do I know if I've fully completed everything? Like when I bought the EMC, it took longer to go through it all, and I thought it was just done for you and it would be loaded up. And then I went, no, there's stuff I have to do. How do I know when everything is fully complete? Like, is there a checklist or whatever? I know the steps that you were talking about with the other lady, you know, step one, da 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 da. But how do I know if everything's complete?
Are you talking about the EMC generator tool?
No, I'm not. I'm talking about, so once the generator tool's been done and I've uploaded it to XP, I thought everything was just going to be there, but no, there's stuff to do after it hits XP, sadly. So I want to know, when is it fully, how do I check if it's fully complete and ready to be sent for people to use this as a lead magnet?
Meaning, is your course like where you want it to be?
Meaning, is everything operational? Like, how do I know everything's operational? The course
Test it.
seems to be.
Test it. Add yourself as a student and go through the course.
Okay. So is that a simple thing to add myself as a student? I just, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure I can figure that out. Is there anything, you know, all the steps, I think it's 1 to 6. Are there any steps that can be left, like that don't have to be done, or are all 6 steps mandatory? Because I'm trying to make it kind of easy for myself to just get launching my bigger program that I'm going to be, like my program is a 12-week program that I'm doing through Momentum. I'm
All
teaching
6
everything.
steps need to be done, but there's a lot of depth that you could go into that you don't need to. It can be done very simply if you want to. So basically, for example, you need a course name, that's step 1. You need a price or not, that's step 2. You need content, that's step 3. You need the pages set up, that's step 4. You probably want some emails and celebrations, that's step 5. And then you need to know where your order link is to send it to people, that's step 6. So that's all the steps are.
Okay, so I've pretty much done those. The pathways confused me and the tags confused me when you were talking about that.
Don't, if you're looking for simple and getting it out, don't worry about tags and just leave the pathways on the default all student. This is where it can get really complex and give you a zillion options, and it can get overwhelming. So
yes,
don't, we want your courses out there. We want your students experiencing them and going through them. So no, there's tons of stuff to use, and you don't have to use it all on the first round or ever. It's probably not possible.
Exactly. May I ask another quick thing, or am I done?
Yeah, let's go.
So my 12-week program is all live classes. Some of them are healing sessions, some of them are teaching, learning. But I'm also having actions and I want celebrations. So is there a way that I can I preload and pre-do all the celebrations and little Easter eggs and things like that, even though I'm only uploading the video portion, like, because they're live classes, which will be videoed and then uploaded?
Yep.
Can I
That
get all
works.
the other stuff set up
Mm-hmm.
in
You
advance? Okay, I figured I could. And are we supposed to have prizes for the points for our clients, or just
There's no supposed to. It's really meant to just be fun on
recommendation?
its own. But I mean, some people do. Some people create whole fancy things and send them a t-shirt or something. But no, the point is really just people kind of instinctively know that points are fun and they click them and they get them, and it's just meant to be fun. So
Okay,
yeah.
that's what I thought. If there's any time at the end of this that you can show us where that the students within our program could have community and connect with each other, I'd love to see where that is or how that looks. You were explaining to another question.
Yeah, that's all in the forum. And yeah, let's see. I don't know how much time we'll have to go into that today because
Yeah.
we still have a few questions, but the help doc, it's pretty straightforward. Basically, you're going to set up a group of students, and then you're going to set up spaces within that group. And within that space, they're going to post and talk to each other.
I have no idea what setup spaces means, but okay, that's
But the help doc will walk you through exactly how to do that. Posted that one.
Okay.
Let me grab it again.
This is so helpful. This is every 2 weeks, right?
Twice a month, yeah.
Twice a month.
Okay.
Right. Thank you, Rachel. I really appreciate everything. I've learned so much from everyone's questions, so thank you. Okay.
Awesome. Yay, thanks, Sharon.
Okay, bye.
Good to have you. And bro,
Hey, Rachel.
hey, how's
Hi.
it going?
I'm doing good. So I got a course set up and students are now enrolling, which is exciting and terrifying. I just have like 4 videos and I'm building all the back end stuff in behind those 4 first videos. On my welcome sequence, I have it set up very simply, just with like, as soon as they log in, they get their email, here's your magic link, all working perfectly. I set up a text SMS message too, because I wanted to play with that. And students haven't been getting that. So I'm guessing, is there an upgrade or something that I need to do inside of the platform to make sure that the text messages go out too?
No, there shouldn't be.
You know what I'm saying?
We'd wanna look at your account specifically and see exactly what happened. Is it possible that it wasn't turned on? Even though I know that sounds super obvious.
No, that's why I'm a little bit confused, because it's okay. So there's one block under the number 5, the secret sauce. So I was like,
Okay.
sorry, if I go there right now, I can talk it out loud
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
One sec. So under the experience engine, I have a block that says, like, the first block says when user added to this course, and then I have under there that welcome email. And then I may have messed up, because then underneath that first block that says when user added to this course, I have another block that says when user added to this course that has the SMS. So maybe I have 2 competing blocks.
No, it's okay to have 2 separate automations. That's okay. Are they
And
both?
I have the trigger is set to when user is added. All students go down, the path is turned on. Send SMS is turned on. And I was able to send myself an SMS, but
great.
when others are logging in, yeah.
But some people didn't receive it, or nobody else received it?
Yeah, nobody else received it. I've got like 6 people and they didn't get, I'm like, oh, did you get the text too? Because and they haven't. So
They haven't received it. Okay. So a
Don't
couple
know
things to
why.
know about this. First of all, when we're talking about SMSs, if we're talking about one person that didn't receive it, and I'm just saying this more for anyone listening, sometimes carriers will just reject an SMS and there isn't anything we can do about that from our end. So if it was like 1 or 2 people, that would be different. It may be that their carrier just isn't allowing the text to come through. If it's all of your students who didn't get it, then it sounds like something wasn't set up correctly. We'd have to look at that with you and troubleshoot with you.
Okay.
If you can shoot it over to the support desk and just make sure and give us the name of the course, the specific automation, and a couple of examples of students that didn't receive it. We can do as much as we can. And let me just throw a disclaimer for everybody, because there is so much you can do with the automations. There's only so much we can see on our end. Like, we can't know, and this isn't for you, bro, just in general, we can't know if you didn't actually turn it on till after the time it was supposed to go out. That might have been what happened. We'll do our best to look at it with you and see if there's anything that we can see, and give you all of the common things to look at to check for next time, and make sure that it's working as best we can. But
yeah, no problem. And I get that other providers like South Africa, it might not, who knows what happens when it goes there, right?
yeah,
But
yeah,
that's okay. As long as the emails are working perfectly, the text is just a little bonus fun for me
yeah, totally.
anyway. But yeah, okay, amazing, thanks.
Yeah, totally. And shoot an email over to the desk, and if you need further help, to just make sure it's working. And it sounds like you're testing it a bit and seeing if it's working yourself, so that's good. And we'll get it sorted. All right, awesome. Kavita, how's it going?
Hey Rachel, hey everyone. When I come in, sometimes I come with these little tiny pieces. I just want to know if this feature is available for us. I've noticed with both Marie and Marissa, I'm not sure so much Marissa, but when people join a course and I happen to be in the platform at the same time, at the bottom it says, like Rachel has joined this thing, so you can say hi to welcome her. Is that a feature that's available in XP for us?
It is. It's called the warm welcome.
Okay.
I believe it's in settings. I see, we've had things moved a couple of times, so I'm gonna check. And I believe it should be on by default.
Interesting. I'm not sure. I
You
thought
know
it
what,
was.
Kavita, I'm gonna check on this for you, because this is something that it actually rolled out a while ago, but because there's been so many upgrades recently, I'm like scanning through my course right now to see where I would turn this on. I need to check on that for you.
No problem.
It may
I
move.
appreciate that.
It's
Yeah.
definitely there. Yeah.
And the second part is I know in the program itself, when you're building out the course, you can add embedded code for different things. But on the sales page, I don't see the same options sometimes, like when I type the slash to get all the the additional features, I don't see an embedded thing. I'm not sure if that's something on my side that I might have missed, or if the feature is available or not, or something.
I'm so sorry. I was looking in our help docs at the same time to see if
That's all right. I'll say it again.
I kind of missed. You want to add like embedded code onto the sales page?
Yes.
And you're not seeing the advanced block?
Right. I'm not seeing that advanced block. I'm seeing it in the course itself, but not necessarily on the sales page. So I'm not sure if it's me, that's something I'm missing, or the feature is not there.
Let me check. Great question.
That's the only two questions I have for today. So
okay, let me go ahead and so here is a sales page. So here's I'm in a course, and here's the sales page. This is like the default demo sales page that comes with the course. And over here, I'm seeing advanced. Are you seeing that, Kavita? That would be
I'm seeing that. So in the block, when you go in and you want to, let's say you want to add an embedded code for something or the other. Let's say it's a calendar, embedded calendar you want to put or something. I'm just saying one kind of thing that you can add.
Right.
So I'm putting that HTML code there. So it's there.
And you made sure to turn it on?
Okay. All right. I'll double check on that and make sure it works.
Check that and send a message over to the desk if
Yeah,
that's
if anything, I'll do a Loom video and show if I'm still having hiccups. Thank you so much, Rachel.
perfect. Absolutely. Good to see you, Kavita. I'm checking the help docs real quick. Your student. Oh, you know what, Kavita? It may be off by default. I think that's it. Going back to your warm welcome, we might have turned it to be off by default so that people didn't get like spammed, so to speak, with, imagine like one of Marisa's courses when there's like a billion people joining every minute.
Yes.
Yes. So it's possible that it's off by default for the students. I'm just checking that right here.
Okay.
So they should be able to turn it on or off in their notifications. But it seems like we would want like for that to really be effective, it seems like you as the course creator should have a default on off.
Right, or depending on the course.
Let me find out about that.
Sure, thank you, I appreciate it. All right.
Awesome. All right, Randall.
Hello, sorry got on the call late.
No worries, good to see you.
Yeah, thank you, Rachel. It's good to see you too. I'm looking and I have a list of like 7 questions, so I can't do them all today, obviously. Some of them are pretty broad questions.
Grab the biggest, and for anything else and anybody else who has questions that still have, just shoot an email over to support. We'll get you all taken
So
care of.
I'll ask you some of the broad ones because support would be doing these ones. Like I want to understand the difference between uploading videos directly to the platform and doing it through YouTube. Are there advantages with YouTube? Will I get closed captioning and chapters and all that kind of thing, and clickable chaptering and all that kind of thing? Will that be seen on the platform?
You're talking about like YouTube's like clickable chapters. Will that be seen on the platform? I'm not sure. You'd need to test that and check it.
I'll have to test
You
it.
can get,
Okay.
yeah, you can get our closed captioning if you upload them. We automatically closed caption them now. If they're uploaded, we can't do that if it's from YouTube, but
there's no chaptering in the platform.
No.
Okay. So that's probably one of the only differences probably that I can think of.
I'm trying to think if that would, so if somebody is watching it, I don't think it would. I don't think YouTube's chapter feature would come through, but I may be wrong about that.
Okay, so there might be no difference at all. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know of a difference. Other than some people don't like that YouTube has a next video pop up. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
So,
that disadvantage for sure.
Yeah.
I'm on the Done For You program with through Marisa's courses. I've already set up my website. Can I use that instead to have like an audit done of my website, perhaps? Or is it only in terms of setting it up?
It's really meant for building a course. And when you say website, I don't know if you
course.
like a course. Okay.
Yeah.
Talk to Marina about that. Email Marina. She's Done For You at Xperiencify. Just popping it in the chat. Oops. Isn't it?
I think I've got some emails from them, so I can just direct that straight to them.
Yeah. Yeah, for anybody who has Done For You questions, the amazing Marina is on top of all that. So shoot that over to her, Done For You at Xperiencify. I don't know the answer, to be honest.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Do you have time for one more?
Sure, let's do it.
Okay. I asked you last time if I should that you couldn't sell modules within a course. So I have a course that I can sell as 3 modules, or I can sell it as the full course. Should I only sell it as modules, and if people want to buy it, they just buy 3 modules, or should I set up the 3 module package as a separate course? Is there any advantage? Oh, sorry about that. I've got my
You've got
reactions.
fireworks going on
I'm
behind
all
you.
excited and the
I know,
fireworks
it
is going off.
zooms stuff.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So you were saying, so we were talking about you can either create modules as courses and bundle
Right.
it, sell it separate.
So so I'm wondering, do I just sell it that way, and that people who want the full package, they're just buying 3 modules, or should for people who want the full thing, do I set that up as a separate course that has all 3 in one course? Is there any advantage to going one way or the other?
What are people typically going to be buying?
I think the majority are going to buy I got to turn this off. Are going to buy. I don't even know what I'm doing to make that go. I think the majority are buying the first course and then they're upgrading later on. But a few want the package deal right at the beginning.
Okay, so I mean, the bottom line is there's options, and of course, you can do it however you want. If most people start with buying a single thing, maybe you want to sell it as the single thing, and at a certain point in the course, especially like maybe there's a point in the course where they've just completed something really cool or just had some kind of big win. That can be a great moment to automatically send them an email or have an offer that says, hey, here's a special chance to upgrade and get the next couple of things. Would
That's a
something
great
like
idea.
that make sense?
But I guess one of the things I'm asking, is there an advantage to people who buy the full package, them just simply being able to go through one course with the flow and not going, oh, I've completed a course and then going to another? Actually, there's probably an advantage for them going, hey, I completed a course and now I'm starting a new one.
Totally.
There's a real bump in that.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Answered my own question there. Yeah, that makes sense to me now that I think about it. Yeah, I think
Cool.
that that bump as opposed to, oh, I'm slugging through all 3 modules, Yeah, okay. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool.
Give them the wins. Give them the wins,
Yes, give 'em the
completion,
win.
and success, and then the next and the next and the next.
Okay. One more question? No, or no?
Yeah, I can hang out for a couple more minutes and let's just go with as much as we can. Go for it.
I haven't looked into this, so can we do upsells on the purchase page? Is that fairly easy
Not
to do?
directly on XP's page, no. Big feature request.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
that
you
would
can
be-
do, let me say this, you can do an order bump, which is where you've got kind of a highlighted, hey, here's an even better offer, but you can't
okay.
do like a click to purchase. Oh, cool. Do you want to add this next
Yeah.
page?
So I can't have 3 options on one page where buy module 1, buy module 1 or 2, buy module 3.
You can do that. You can have 3
okay.
options on one page.
Okay.
They would be in the same course though, to be clear. And this would be like in relation to your question, modules or courses. To have them on the same page, they would need to be in the same course.
Okay, so
Option
that
1
would
is
work.
module 1, 2, 3. They would then get tagged according to what they purchased. If they purchased module 1, they can only see module 1. If they purchased module 2 or whatever, if they purchase the next option up, they can see the next.
Yeah, I'd like it so that they could say, I'm buying module 1, I want module 1 and 2, or I want module 1, 2, and 3. I want the whole enchilada.
You could do that. You could do that as long as this is all happening in one course.
Okay. I don't understand what that means, but and I'm talking modules, but you're saying, but actually you've already told me that has to be 3 separate courses.
Well, it doesn't have to be.
Oh, where I can exclude them so they only have access to.
Yes.
It's doing it again. It's my hands.
You can tag them. So if they purchased module 1, they can only see module 1. They don't even know that anything else exists. If they
Oh,
purchased
okay.
1 and 2, then they magically see modules 1 and 2.
Okay, well then that brings into question the whole idea of setting up as 3 courses or as just 3 accessible different modules with different accessibility. And I have to figure out which is more advantageous.
You got options. You got options.
Okay. All right. I hate options. I want simple and clear, so I just get this thing done.
Okay, then I'm going to say, if you want simple, I'm going to say go with 3 courses and just sell them and get it going. You can always change it
Okay.
later.
Okay. Cool.
All right, I'm just scanning through the comments real quick right here. Love the tag feature, how to pick a date for people to access the course. Okay, let me address this question super quick. The question is, I want to sell the course before I give access. Actually, I'm going to pop a help doc in with details about how to make that work. But basically, you're going to have it set up so that they purchase the course, they get taken into the course, which is a great experience right off the bat, right? But all they can see so far is their welcome video and maybe a couple of pre-actions to get them going. And the actual course content doesn't roll out until whenever you choose to have it roll out. So I'm going to pop a doc in right here that says how to pre-sell a course. And that'll take you through in depth. Yeah, Nathan's saying manually set release dates on the training modules. And XP actually works really well with this because when people purchase something, you want them to have an experience right away of they're in, they're excited, they see your welcome video, they're already getting going, even though the content's not rolling out for 2 weeks. All right. Yeah, risk of YouTube being taken down. All right, you guys, thank you for a bunch of awesome questions. I know there was a lot that we went through pretty fast today. If there's anything that needs further help, please drop a note to the support desk. And I will go ahead and post, I'll post in Facebook about the warm welcome and how to access that, how to turn it on or not turn it on, because I just need to see what the very latest is about that. Thanks, guys, for answering each other's questions. Super appreciate it. It's like questions about tags got answered. Great, great, great. Awesome. Thank you so much, you guys. Great to see you all.
Thank you.
Will see you. I'll pop the warm welcome info in the Facebook group and drop a note to the desk if you need help with anything, or if you need troubleshooting on an automation, somebody, I forget who now, and we'll get you taken care of. Can we make celebration gifts without others use them? No, you can customize your own celebrations for our database, but they would be publicly available in the database. Love the tag feature. Yeah, you can do a ton with tags. Awesome. Thank you guys. Great to see you all. Take care. We'll talk soon.
Thank you. You've been great.
Thanks so much, Sharon. Take care.
Thanks, everyone.